Well guys, guess what we're doing? We're back out. Just cast out there using a slip bobber rig. See if there's anything in there. A lot of people down by the bridge, probably because they're looking for crap, because the water, I imagine, is still pretty cool. Hey gang, how's it going? This time I brought you with me. I want to show you something I just picked up the other day. For those of you people that like to use night crawlers for when you're fishing, I picked this up. So just let me put you back into the neck holster here, and we'll show you what I've got. Okay, so I went to Cabela's and I picked up a bait box. And this box, I've got night crawlers in here right now. This is really good for night crawlers. It comes with a package of worm bedding. And what worm bedding is, basically, you can make it yourself. It's just simply mulched up newspaper. But you can also buy it in places, you know, your outdoor stores as well. It's relatively inexpensive. But it came with a package of bedding. So I just picked up a dozen night crawlers, and I've got them in here. So what I've done is, this box will open up both ends, so the bait is always on the top if that's the way you want it. But I've got it set up like this. When you make sure you don't lose this plastic, say elastic I should say, because you just hook it on the side like that and it keeps the bottom part still secure. In the bottom here, you can see, I've got a plastic bag with a cryo pack in it. And this will help keep the night crawlers cool, because it's important you keep them cool. You got to keep them around 2 degrees Celsius, otherwise they die off quickly. And in the top here, as you can see, the worms, and there's the bedding. That's that mulch paper.
Ew.
And I just dumped a whole box of worms in here, a dozen, and that should keep them going for a little while, because if they eat the bedding, and they've got the soil in there, and the cryo pack will keep them nice and cool. It should keep them viable for a while. So that was about $13 Canadian. So yeah, if you are into using, excuse me, all right, if you're into using night crawlers or worms, fishing worms, it might be something you want to invest in. Let's say you can either buy the bedding or you can make it yourself. It's mulched newspaper. That's all it is. Yeah. So I thought I'd buy something like that. So we haven't got any nibbles yet. I don't know if we're going to get any. And this is my new fishing rod, the one I mentioned in my last, I've got a twist, in my last video. It's a Shimano Convergence. I really like the Shimano rods. This is a heavy tip. I have become quite attached to heavy tipped fishing rods. They're becoming my favorite. I've got a couple, and I just love the way they cast. They just have a much smoother cast, because the tip is fast, and it does the work for you, really. Unlike the more flimsier, I shouldn't say flimsy, the ones that are more bendy, the lighter action rods. Some people like that bend. I don't mind it, but with the sensitive tip, you can set the hook basically with very little effort. And they're just great casting rods, so I'm really pleased. I paid quite a bit of money for this one. Now my float's going down. Is that because somebody's there? No, probably just because it was on a weed bed. There's a bit of a breeze, so I'm casting into the breeze. So yeah, I paid about $100 for this. I just got rid of about 10 fishing rods, put them online to give away. The cheap ones I've been buying over the years, you know, the ones you see on sale, so you buy them. I had so many of them, I thought, and I don't use them. So I just gave them away to a youth club for the summer. They take the kids fishing. The lady that picked them up was absolutely thrilled to death. I gave her a couple of reels, a couple of tackle bags, and a gunny sack, a fishing gunny sack that you use to put your fishing rods in. She thought it was absolutely wonderful. Yeah. Then I went out and bought myself this rod. So this is 8 feet. This rod is an 8-footer. So, anyway, don't know if we're going to get anything. We might not. Alright, I'm going to save my battery. I'm going to shut you off for a few minutes. If anything happens, we'll put you back on. Alright? Okay. I think we got something, guys. I think we got something. Oh, we got a little perch. The day wasn't wasted. Wasn't wasted. Oh my god, he's freezing cold. Absolutely freezing. No wonder they're not biting. That water is absolutely freezing. God. Let's throw this out and see if we can get another one. Who knows, eh? Well, we didn't get skunked. I had to move. The Bradford Fire Service showed up and plunked themselves down next to me, and they're going to do some rescue training, water rescue training. You know, I've got all the respect in the world for any emergency services, but they showed up, then their chief the battalion chief shows up to watch, and of course 2 cop cars show up because they want to know what's going on. So they're all standing there talking about their buddies, and I'm like, well, if they're getting in the water, it's no good fishing there because they're going to disturb everything. So far, I had a couple of nice nibbles. I've only caught one fish, and that was that perch. I don't know if I'm going to catch anything here. There are people around here fishing, but a lot have left. So that means probably they're not biting. So we'll give it a few more, we'll give it a half hour or so and see what happens. You know, geese out there with their babies. A lot of little goslings running around up there. So you don't want to get too near the geese with their babies. They get very defensive. Anyway, the water is freezing cold. When I grabbed hold of that perch to get him off the hook, it was really cold. So it's probably why they're not biting so much. Another couple of days we're getting back up in the double-digit temperatures. So I think another couple of days the water will warm up sufficiently that the fish might become a little bit more active. But they certainly are not that active today. But anyway, it's fun to be out, okay? If something happens, we'll put you back on. If not, well, short video today, all right? Okay, thanks. Well, guys, this here's Hatch. Little guy. Just a tiny little guy. Let's get you off and get you back so you can grow up. No, I don't think he's going to. I think we got a problem. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, little pumpkin seed. I think we're going to call it quits. We've been out here for a while, and not much is happening. A lot of minnow strikes. That's really what it is. And very small fish. These guys haven't been hatched that long. Anyway. So, got a little bit of a video for you. Don't worry, it's just the start of the season. We'll get out here again. I'm retiring in 5 weeks. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, guys, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.